People are going to do drugs, just like people are going to fuck. So people are going to fuck and do drugs. So you might as well do your best to make both safe. My name is Colin Johnson, and I work with the African, Caribbean, and Black HIV harm reduction community. I came out in 1972. I had come to Canada. I went downtown, and I went by what was then the most famous, infamous gay bar in the city of Toronto, called the St. Charles. I think I would have been about 14, 15. And as I was passing by, a young gentleman came out the door and asked me if I wanted a beer. And I looked at him and I said, well, I'm not old enough. And he said, oh yeah, you can come in. And that was my introduction to gay life. It was so alive and so exciting that I fell in love. I literally fell in love. The first time I did crystal meth, it was a very perfect little crystal, and I smoked it on that occasion. And I think myself and the guy who I was with, I think we fucked, I guess, for the next day. We fucked, we sucked. I don't think there was anything we didn't do that night. Party and play is basically sex using drugs to enhance the feeling, the period, the time. It extends the duration of the sex, but they also have the extra benefit of relaxing oneself and releasing you for your normal control, so to speak. One of the reasons why I started party and playing also was the people I was party and playing with were also positive. For so many of us who were getting rejected from people who were not HIV, the party and play group made it easier for us. I have never had an issue with drugs. I have a couple of people who supply me. So if they don't have good shit, they'll tell me, Colin, we don't have good stuff. So I'm not going to sell you anything. If I call my two people and they don't have it, it's a sign from God that I shouldn't be doing it that weekend. And that's how I look at it. You know what I mean? For the most part, it's the heightened media outlook where it's all bad. And the media only talks to those people for whom it has been bad, for whom it has been problematic. It sends a wrong message as far as I'm concerned. And it stigmatizes it. It gives the overall impression that party and play and gay sex, which is what they link it to, are both bad. It also prevents people who are party and playing from reaching out for help. And I think that's where the real damage is done. People are going to do drugs, just like people are going to fuck. So people are going to fuck and do drugs. So you might as well do your best to make both safe. I have gotten calls about young guys coming up. A lot of them are coming from countries where homosexuality is illegal or punishable. It's criminalized. Let's say 13, 14, when you're just reaching puberty and you see a cute ass, you think about it, you get a hard on, but then, the church is telling you you're a demon, you're a devil, you're going to hell. When you add all of those negative concepts to your sex, it does not become a wholesome, a holistic thing. The output of that is that a lot of young black gay men turn to drugs as well. That's how they can forget about all the guilt and actually just have sex for the sake of sex. They walk away, they feel happy, and then the next morning the guilt sets in again and the whole fucking process starts over. So the linkage of sex to party and play becomes so overwhelming that it starts causing problems. It's not an easy conversation to have, but it's a conversation that we need to have. So when a friend comes to me and wants to either quit or wants to change how they're partying and playing, my response tends to be, I'm there, okay? How do you want to go about this? The idea being, let them tell me, not me guiding them to responses that I think I need to hear. It's got to be their route. It's their journey. So all I'm going to be there to do is to help them along that journey. We need to support guys who party and play. Reassure them that you are there for them. Nothing makes somebody feel more comfortable than knowing that there's somebody who has their back.